Hey everybody, this is Derek for the Grumpy Guy Show, talking about episode number 100! You've been Baconated on Twitter Blue. Recorded on Monday, July 3rd, 2023. Tonight's topics: fireworks, rate limits, and we've got some good news for a change. Stick around, it's a really fun episode with a guest. Good evening everybody, welcome to the Grumpy Guy Show. I'm Derek McAllister.
And I'm Ryan McAllister.
And tonight we have a special guest. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hey, I'm Justin. Thank you for having me.
Alright, so Justin's obviously a first-timer, but we'll break him in.
We've managed to break the rest of them in.
Yeah. So we're having some internet issues at the house here. So we may end up having a couple of breaks. Hopefully, if I do things right, you won't notice in the final video, but who knows? And since we have a third person, apparently there are limits on Google Meet meetings. Apparently, you can only go for an hour. So I've already been here waiting for a few minutes, and of course, then Ryan joined, and he had to send the link to Justin. So we'll plan it out a little better knowing this for the future, but yeah, who knows? This is episode 100, so who knows if we'll go long.
Yep. Woo!
Alright, so let's jump into our first topic.
Which one first? Because we've got a few.
Yeah, well, we're going to start out with one that may cause some issues with tonight's podcast as far as noise. External noise, background noise. Today is July 3rd in the United States, means it's the evening before Independence Day. And that generally means fireworks. And of course, here in New York State, you can finally purchase fireworks legally. So there's people already shooting off fireworks. I say already, it's 9:30. So, it's not like it's real early or something like that, but there's people
didn't start an hour earlier.
Yeah, there's people firing them off already. But, so you may pick that up, and it'll be probably hear it through mine first, and then a little delay to Ryan's, because even though we're in the same house, we're in different rooms recording over the internet, so there's a little delay.
Different floors, too.
Yeah. And I don't know if Justin's got any going off around him or not.
Yep, I do. The neighborhood right on the river there, every July 3rd to July 4th and 5th, they just go... Yeah, it's a 3-day thing. Yeah, I believe there's actually...
out there?
Yep.
I believe the village is actually shooting off fireworks intentionally there tonight.
Yep.
So... But I think they started at dusk, so they should be just about done if they're not. But I'm not picking up anything, so must be your mic's cutting it out pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's not, so I'm happy about that. So I think they were supposed to be starting at 6, so I think they ended.
Oh.
Now that's an early start.
Yeah, that's real early. But
I'd expect a 6 o'clock start for, New Year's fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. So
the earlier you get them done, the better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially because they have Route 11 closed.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, well, they get too many people parking on the bridge just to watch the fireworks. That's a problem.
Yeah. Heck, it's all the way down to Cicero, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, man.
That bad?
Yeah, no,
Yikes.
it's just, miles long. They'll just shut down Route 11 and get you onto 81 there.
Huh.
Wow.
That's interesting. But the reason for the topic is the other day on the news, actually it was last week on the news, they were talking about fireworks and, firework safety and all this other stuff. And then they were speaking with some police. If you shoot off fireworks, you're going to get fines. Okay, what if I purchased them legally? Yeah, they didn't say anything about that. I mean, if it's legal, I can shoot them off. You can't stop me. It's legal. Right? Didn't say anything about it.
You know, now that I think about it, legal probably means cheaper.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And the worst part is, yeah, they talked to the police a second time, and they were saying, "Oh, all the good fireworks, or all the legal fireworks aren't any fun." Okay, well, what are these? They all stay ground level. No, I don't think so. I mean, you see these huge tents like at Walmart. Inside the store at Target, they have a big display. I mean, they're not just little popper things or sparklers that they're selling. They're actually selling.
Of course, Walmart's selling them.
Actually, no. There's somebody who's rented space in the Walmart parking lot to sell them. Yeah.
Yeah. Last year they also did it right across from where I work.
Mm-hmm.
They also like a big pop-up tent.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're legal, and they're not these little tiny sparkler things that these police officers are talking about, unless that's just in the city of Syracuse itself. However, one cop they talked to was from Syracuse, the city of Syracuse. The other was an Onondaga County sheriff, which goes beyond the city. So they're talking out their ass. I mean, that's really all there is to it. They're talking out their ass. They just don't want people to shoot them off. And then they're talking about...
Because it's the pain in the ass to clean up.
Yeah. But then they're talking about fire safety, further, and they show this, they show what the fire department's doing to talk about fire safety. They have this dummy sitting in a lawn chair, and they put fireworks right underneath the dummy and light it, and it's shooting up into the back of the frickin' dummy.
As if they're trying to demonstrate... Yeah. As if they're trying to demonstrate that the fact that people are stupid enough to put fireworks underneath them, sit on the fireworks, and then light them.
Yeah.
They're pulling some Kung Fu Panda type stuff with that.
People are stupid, but they're not that stupid, at least around here.
Well.
Yeah, or hopefully not.
Yeah. Well, yeah, hopefully not.
Much more along the lines of hopefully not, but probably.
Yeah.
There's probably
hopefully
some idiot that's like, ooh.
Here.
Some idiot's probably seen that. Ooh, that looks like fun.
Yep. Which is like, ooh, time to make a seat go to space. Oh my god.
They actually tried that on Mythbusters just to see if they could do it.
I was just about to say, this is some Mythbusters type stuff.
They actually tried it, and they couldn't get it to go straight. No matter how they tried, it always twisted, and most of the time it just went up and turned right down and actually drove them into the ground. How far off the ground
can we get this thing to go?
I think the most they got was like 10 feet. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I'm just like, if you're going to talk about this stuff, then actually talk about it and give a real demonstration. Don't pretend people are completely and totally stupid.
Yeah.
They might be, but try to give people more credit here.
Yeah, give them at least a little credit.
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking a lot of credit, a little.
See, something I wonder, right, with the fine thing is, right, because how, for instance, like, public intoxication, right, that's something, right, people can, like, get jailed, fined for, right. Yeah. It's like, are they trying to also do that with fireworks? You know what I mean? like next thing you know, they're like, all right, guys, so we set up an area, right, almost like a park, specifically for fireworks.
Specifically to launch the fireworks.
Yeah.
Or maybe a dock that you can do it, like, where you can launch them on the lake.
Yeah.
or on the river.
Yeah, just be like, yep, guys,
take your pick.
Totally safe.
Take your pick. Take your pick whether you want the lake or the river. One's probably cheaper than the other.
That is true.
Yeah, maybe. But then you're gonna get all these environmentalists up in arms. Oh, you're firing it over the lake. You're gonna pollute the lake. Oh no.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the lake is already like polluted, or like was it the river? Right.
Mm-hmm.
A fun fact I've learned earlier this summer, right, from a neighbor of mine. Supposedly, there's already something in the river killing fish that they don't even know what it is.
Yeah, that was.
I'm not surprised.
That was something on the news. They actually sent some specimens down to Cornell to research it, and of course, it's probably nothing because it's been over a month now and we haven't heard anything. So
exactly.
It's probably nothing. It's probably just something that happened with this particular species of fish.
Exactly.
They were probably stupid and got up in the water when it was way too warm or something like that. So, I don't know. I mean, most of this stuff, you can only take it with a grain of salt, And it could even be a natural occurrence. It could be there was just too much that maybe they're susceptible to the blue-green algae, Because right now, the beach there, Oneida Shores, is closed because of blue-green algae blooms. Perhaps
Actually,
it was
according
these
to
fish.
one of our friends who works there, it's open now.
Yeah. Now, they didn't announce that. See, again, wasn't on the news. Why? Well, because it's not going to draw attention. It was on the news when it closed, but
not when it's open.
No. Just it's ridiculous, but with those fish it could be that it was just that. It was they had a reaction to the blue-green algae bloom. Who knows? But you're never going to hear about it.
Yeah.
So, all right, so let's leave that topic. I think we did pretty good on that.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Just remember, buy your fireworks legally and don't shoot them at your ass.
Don't strap them to your chair.
Yeah, don't do that either.
Otherwise, you will have a really bad concussion.
Yeah, otherwise it might backfire and you shoot yourself in the ass anyhow.
Yeah. Or try not launching your friend up in the air with it either.
Well, that does less damage to you.
Yeah, less damage to you.
It'll do damage to them.
True, but at the same time, the next thing you know...
You'll be launching them 10 feet in the air and then right back down.
Exactly, but then you're going to have to hear about it. They're just going to be like, oh, man, I got shot 10 feet in the air, man. That hurt. And you're just like...
Yep.
Some days I wish it just flung him right into the lake. Right into the river. He'd be fine.
Hey Justin, we got a chair over here for you to try out.
Oh man, let's go! Free chair, let's go! Insert Angry Bird noise.
Oh my god!
There you go.
Yep.
All right. So let's get it out of the way, folks. Our biggest target in the last probably 20 episodes or so has been Elon Musk. So our next topic is the latest brilliant move that Elon has done to attempt to bring in money to Twitter, which, as I've mentioned many times, has never made a profit in its history.
Mm-hmm.
So Elon's big goal or big idea to save Twitter is this rate limit thing.
Yes. The thing that people can't shut up about these past 2 days.
Yeah, I don't understand why they call it a rate limit. It's not like they're limiting your rate. They're limiting your views. You can only view, if you're not verified, you can only view I think it's 1,000 tweets a day.
Not even that. I think it was just 600.
Yeah, I believe that
initially it was 600.
People who were verified was limited to 1,000.
No, what I understand is initially it was at 600 for unverified, which, by the way, folks, unverified means that you're not paying for it. And
verified people are getting limited too.
Yes, they are. However, it's much, much higher.
Yeah.
You see, for those...
This one, it was like 1,000 or 1,500.
It was like 6,000, I thought. So there was like an extra zero.
Yeah, they had played around with the counts. At first, it was 600 for unverified. I don't remember what it started at for verified, but I believe where it settled is 1,000 for unverified and 10,000 for verified. So if you're anywhere in between there, Elon's theory is you've got to pay $8 a month. That's going to save Twitter. No. It's going to shove people to some other platform.
Instagram is... Well, Facebook is now unveiling a competitor to Twitter. That I believe it's called Threads. They just announced it, I think.
Yeah, I'll have to look into
and
that.
And I think people are going to flock to that.
Yeah, they are. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Twitter was more popular with your generation because it's not Facebook. I mean, that's something that's been found over the course of the last 10 years. Younger people aren't going to Facebook. Younger people, your generation. You're not going to Facebook. You're going elsewhere.
That's why Meta bought Instagram.
That's one of the reasons.
Because our generation is going to Instagram.
Well, your generation was also going to Snapchat. But when Facebook offered a large sum of money to Snapchat, they said, no.
Ass.
And they're doing pretty well without, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're doing pretty well, though something I can say is, Ryan, I know you don't have Snap. One of the things they're doing now...
I'm infamous in our friend group for never getting it.
Exactly. They're trying to do this thing called Snapchat Plus. Right?
Oh?
Yeah, no, this has been a thing they've been trying to do. Right? So
is this what I think it is?
Yeah, so you get exclusive, experimental, and pre-release features. Right? Pretty much what Twitter's doing.
Oh god, Twitter blue.
But the only difference is, right, I'm pretty sure Snapchat was doing this before Elon.
Uh-oh.
Elon's doing it worse. That's the thing.
Yeah. I think we lost Ryan for a moment.
Oh.
Yeah, it's probably my internet. Yep, just a second.
Alright.
Yeah, he'll be back. It's gonna take a second to connect. There he is.
Oh.
Yeah, my laptop. So, just so everybody knows, the way that I have to do it, because we're waiting for Spectrum to decide, they're going to actually have technicians available. We've been having problems with the internet. I rebooted our modem the other day, and suddenly the only device that could actually connect to the internet is my laptop when I plug it in. So it's not wireless, it's plugged in. We tried every other device that we could, and none of them could work. So I went and I bought a new modem. Yeah, that modem won't actually connect to Spectrum. So I found out accidentally that I could set my laptop up as a hotspot. So that's what we're doing. And every once in a while, Windows in its brilliant wisdom decides to turn off the hotspot. That's what just happened.
Isn't that just wonderful?
Yeah, that's why Ryan just vanished for a moment.
Anywho.
So, go ahead, Justin. What's this... finish up on your thoughts.
This Snapchat Plus thing?
Yeah, no. So it's something Snapchat was kind of doing before the whole Elon thing where he's been trying to make people buy stuff. The thing is, somehow, right, mind you, I don't know how someone could do something worse, right? Especially because, right, like, there is no point in getting Snapchat Plus, because all you get is a custom app icon, right? Or, like, being
fancy.
Exactly, or change...
You won't even get that with Twitter Blue.
Exactly! Or, like, chat wallpapers, or custom app themes, or being able to pin your number one best friend, right? Which, mind you, Snapchat just kind of auto-does, based on who you message the most already. As well as story rewatch, right? But the thing is, you can already see who looks at your story. So Snapchat's trying to make you pay for stuff you can already do for free. Right?
I mean, at least you get the edit button on Twitter Blue.
That is true. But, like...
And you don't have a character limit.
Exactly! And that's the thing, though. It's wild seeing, like, social media is doing this stuff, and it's like... Guys... You can't. You're just going to make them flock. I mean, at least Snapchat's also making an attempt, but it's a sad attempt.
Snapchat has ads in it, right?
Kind of. It's only if you go to stories and stuff. You can message people, call them, FaceTime them, just like as if you're on, like, Messenger, for instance.
Okay. Yeah, so you know, they've got ad revenue. And they're probably getting a premium from it. But I don't know. I guess I'd have to play around with it, but yeah, they've got to be making money, because they are not a company like Twitter who has never made a profit. Has
never profited ever.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Snapchat has made profits, and they've made decent profits, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, but yeah, so
at this point, I don't believe that Twitter ever will profit.
It really won't.
No, the only ones that
people flock.
Yeah, the only ones that really truly use it, and they're going to be the ones that hit these limits, are the big celebrities. You know, the ones with millions of followers.
Yeah, well, even still, I've literally heard. What was it? So everyone knows Mr. Beast, or at least has heard of the name.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, pretty much what he does is give away money. He does, like,
he's a YouTuber that's famous for giving away money.
All right.
Yeah. And so, he literally went out of his way to reach that limit. Right. And he said...
rate limit?
Exactly!
Yeah.
Yeah, and so... Right, mind you, he's one of the few people who actually bought into it, I'm pretty sure. Right, which is ridiculous in itself, but he even said, right, being like, if I wasn't attempting to actually do this, I would never hit it.
So he's Twitter Blue then, so he's paying the $8 a month, and it took an effort to actually hit the 10,000 limit.
Exactly.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's because you got to sit there and scroll through so much crap just to be able to. I mean, to hit that many, you're not actually going to read.
Exactly, and that's saying if Twitter's like working at the time,
which is debatable.
Exactly, because I tried hopping on it literally earlier today. Right, like I want to say a half hour before I hopped on here, and. It was just down for me. First time going on Twitter all day.
I haven't had any issues all day, because I've been on and off checking it all day.
You know the only issue I have? They've been saying for about 7 years now that they're going to delete all unused accounts. And I keep getting emails from Twitter. So-and-so posted... I haven't logged into Twitter, and it literally, like, well, it has to be about 10 years now. I used to like it, but then I was like, there's too many damn notifications. I think it was 5 years,
actually, because you're following me. And
Oh?
I have not been on Twitter for 10 years.
Wow, I didn't know I was following you.
You were literally my first follower.
Wow. That's impressive. Oh my.
Yep.
So yeah, another stupid Elon attempt to to make back his $54 billion investment.
44.
Yeah, whatever, 54, 44.
Same
You're talking
difference.
billions. I mean, that's just pocket
Same
change.
difference to him.
Yeah.
It's all pocket change.
Well, the problem is it's not all his pocket change.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
He
But-
still owes
Oh, yeah.
a lot.
And a sink. You can't forget the sink.
Of course, the
From when
kitchen sink. Yep, when he walked in,
Yep.
he made the most obvious joke ever.
It had to be
Exactly.
the stupidest thing in the world. I'm like,
Let that sink in!
what the fuck's he walking in there with a sink for?
Because let that sink in.
Yeah.
Yep. Just like Twitter is.
Yeah, pretty much. They're going down. But that's going to happen when you fire all the engineers.
Yeah.
On day one of owning it.
Yeah. You get rid of every engineer out there. Who's going to fix stuff when it breaks? Well, we need an engineer. Oh, good for you. You fired them all, you moron. I'll just pull them from Tesla. Yeah, because a mechanical engineer is just going to be able to step right in for a software engineer.
Yep.
Besides, who's going to do that job at Tesla?
Yeah, well, he's running Tesla. He's making all the decisions there. Don't worry about
Sure
it.
he is.
He's got it.
Sure he is.
All right, so we got some good news, and it's Ryan's topic.
So, according to Jeff Gluck of The Athletic, the Sunday's NASCAR Cup Series race on the streets of Chicago is NBC Sports' most watched NASCAR race in 6 years, with a total audience delivery average of 4.795 million viewers.
Wow. And you know what that's all about?
That's only 13,000 viewers short of the Indianapolis 500 this year.
You know what that's all about? The potential for crashes.
Surprise, surprise, there's
Turn
only
6.
one big pile up.
Turn 6!
Oh yeah, turn 6.
That bacon dude it's
Yep.
got to be called Bacon Corner.
That's what you call binning it into the tire barriers.
They really truly got to talk to Wendy's and actually set that up for next year and call that the Bacon Corner.
The Baconated turn.
You've been
Kind of like how
baconated.
at the Charlotte Roval they had the Tums heartburn turn.
Yeah, that's just not the same.
That was turn 1.
It's
And
just not the
everybody
same.
piled in in the first race there.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not as funny as baconating.
It's just funny how many times he actually crashed into that thing.
Yeah, he ran into it like 6 times.
And they got to do something about that tire barrier because everybody kept getting stuck underneath it.
Exactly. Like, duct tape it to the ground.
Yes, flex tape it.
Yes.
Even better.
Yes, you got to go with a flex tape because it's got to flex.
Exactly.
You have to have the owner of Flex Seal himself, Phil Swift, show up to the track and slap the tape onto the tire barrier.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
Exactly.
It's
And the
sealed.
inside is completely dry.
It'll stick even underwater.
Exactly. To show you the power of flex tape, I sawed this boat in half.
Holy cow.
I love those commercials.
You know, some of the infomercials there used to be were just so funny. And you just don't get
Yeah.
that, you know?
Unless it's the Flex Seal products.
Yeah, they're so worried about actually selling the product, they don't want to have fun doing it. There's some car dealership that started advertising. I think they're out of Cortland or something like that. But they started advertising, and they do their ads without really doing any cuts or anything like that. When they crack each other up, they just kind of like fade and start over, but they don't take out, where they started cracking each other up. And it's like, it's interesting to see, that somebody's having fun. And
it actually sounds like a good way to sell cars.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not a bad way, but I don't know how well they're actually doing, but
I'd buy from that dealership.
Well, you got to kind of get your license first.
Well, yeah.
Of course, I guess technically speaking, you don't need your license to buy a car. You only need it to drive.
You just need the money.
Yep.
Yeah, you need
money that I don't have.
Yeah, the money and a job and, stuff like that. Oh, well.
Well, you don't need the job. You just need the money.
Well, yeah. But
how do you get the money?
Rob a bank. For legal reasons, that was a joke.
You say that like you're actually going to do it. The only reason you say for legal reasons is because you're not joking. That's just too funny.
My legal advisor told me to say that was a joke.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're doing something like Alton Brown used to do, with the pretend FDA people coming in to bust him. They come in suits with a briefcase, and they got the sunglasses on, so they look like they're secret agents.
Yep.
Holy crap! That kind of stuff is funny when people do things like that. It's a lot of fun.
It is,
and that's what I think. That's what's missing out of a lot of entertainment now is just the fun factor. Just being stupid.
Yeah. Stupid fun.
There was an episode of Big Bang that really showed it. I mean, one of the main characters, Sheldon, was sick, and he went to a mall and was in a ball pit, and he kept going underneath and moving around, and he'd pop up, bazinga, and then Leonard, his roommate, who was supposed to be getting him out of the mall because the mall was closed, he would jump over towards him, and then all of a sudden he'd show up someplace else and pop up, bazinga! And then at the end of the episode, they did like an extended cut of that at the end of the episode. Just hilarious. But I mean, there's so many shows now that the only reason people laugh is because the laugh track. Oh, that was supposed to be funny. It's just... It's not genuine. And I think that's missing in a lot of things. Commercials, television shows, movies, you name it. It's not there.
Especially commercials.
Yeah, they've gotten so dry. And of course, that's because most commercials are now either cars or lawyers.
Not only
that,
but a lot of the bigger name companies are just getting annoying with their ads.
Yeah. You don't get cool ads like Wendy's, "Where's the beef?" Or the Dunkin' Donuts, "Time to make the donuts."
Wendy's ads now aren't horrible. I will say that.
Yeah. They're not fun.
They're tolerable.
Exactly, they're tolerable.
I suppose you could put it like that.
Burger King ads they're not genuinely funny, but they are funny.
I mean,
just because of the memes people have made out of them.
I mean, Oh, that's like, was it, the McDonald's thing they have going on.
The Grimace Shake?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere I go, I see memes of it. Like, oh my gosh, guys, I got the Grimace Shake. Seconds later, dead on the ground and just purple all around them. It's like, that's the type of stuff they need, right?
Yeah.
Well, what they need to do is they need to have somebody who, like, collapses, and then you put a shake next to them, and they start smelling it and wake up and start drinking it. Oh, I feel so much better.
Yeah.
Yep.
One
knocks you out, another brings you back.
Exactly.
There
What was
go.
it? The
Then
one thing
they'll sell you a 2 for the price of 1 deal.
Yeah. Or like, was it? That one clip I showed you, Ryan, on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Where it had the Burger King marrying, was it the Dairy Queen?
The Dairy Queen.
Right.
And they had a daughter, Wendy.
And a son, what was it?
Carl Jr.
Yeah, Carl Jr. with 2 jesters, Ronald and
Jack.
Right? And they had a whole thing about it. Right?
Yeah.
No,
they tied in so many different ones.
Exactly. Now, if they made ads like that were practically TV shows, no, you'd get a lot more people buying.
You would.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. You know, they'll say, oh, it's because we don't have writers. Well, writers aren't the reason that you're remaking everything.
Exactly.
You know, I don't know. There's just no genuine imagination anymore, and it's showing, you know?
Yeah.
It's why your generation isn't watching television nearly as much as my generation. You know, back in the 80s, we had a lot of good shows back in the 80s. It's faded off.
Even through the 90s and 2000s, you had good stuff.
Yeah.
Like the first, like, early seasons of SpongeBob.
Yep.
No.
Iconic.
Yep. Nowadays, they be wildin', though. I will say that. The newer seasons
did
be
have
wildin'.
I haven't seen anything since season 11, and that was pretty good.
See,
It had a renaissance from 9 to 11.
all I know is one of the episodes, right? Next thing you know, right, this couple that's walking by in the show looks at what I can only assume is his girlfriend or wife and is like, see, hun, they do allow pets. Can I go for walkies? And brings out a collar and leash.
That sounds kind of kinky.
Yeah. And my only thought is, man, these guys be wildin', like, good for them.
Exactly.
They're wildin'.
Nickelodeon's hiring some kinky people.
Yeah.
Well, they can get away with it as long as the kids don't understand.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because it is still a show aimed at children.
Exactly.
But SpongeBob's always been like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always snuck in stuff that kids didn't get.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know. All right, folks. So we had one more topic. We'll hold it off for next week because the 1 hour limit should be coming pretty darn close. Believe it or not. Not 1 hour for the episode, but we've been using the meeting for about an hour, so we'll cut it off before it cuts us off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Justin, I gotta thank you for coming on. You're welcome anytime.
Finally.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right.
Thank you. This was fun.
Thank you for finally coming on. It's about time.
Yeah.
I know you've been wanting to for a while.
Yeah, no, I've just been busy. My schedule, it's super wonky. right? Like all this week, work back to back, versus next week I only work 3 days. And it's just like...
Nice.
Exactly, and every time, I want to, like, do something or I make plans. Right.
Word.
Exactly, my work. So, this is the week we're going to give you all the shifts. It's nice!
Since your topic was the one we didn't get to next week, maybe you can come back next week.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, if you'll have me, sure.
Hey, you're
We'd
welcome.
love to.
You're welcome to join us, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just gotta make sure that when you're doing it isn't the one day I have work.
Well, we'll coordinate with you. We'll get you
We'll
on
try to
again.
schedule around you.
Alright.
All right. Okay, folks, you probably heard the music starting up.
And for the 100th time, good night.
We'll see you.